In a dramatic late-night post, US President Donald Trump announced the termination of all trade negotiations with Canada. The decision sent via his Truth Social platform was triggered by a television advertisement from the Canadian province of Ontario that featured the late President Ronald Reagan. President Trump stated, "The Ronald Reagan Foundation has just announced that Canada has fraudulently used an advertisement, which is fake, featuring Ronald Reagan speaking negatively about tariffs. He characterized this as an egregious behavior and declared all trade negotiations with Canada are hereby terminated." The ad in question uses edited clips from a 1987 radio address by Reagan to argue against tariffs, a cornerstone of Trump's trade policy. The Ronald Reagan Foundation has since stated that the ad misrepresents Reagan's original remarks and that Ontario did not have permission to use his likeness, adding that it is reviewing its legal options. This move injects major uncertainty into one of the world's largest trading relationships. The United States and Canada exchanged over $900 billion in goods and services last year, with nearly $2.7 billion worth of goods crossing the border every single day. For Canada, this is particularly critical as more than 3/4 of its exports are destined for the United States. The immediate fallout was felt in the market, with the Canadian dollar dipping on the news. Analysts are watching several sectors that could be affected, including Canadian National Railway, Canadian Pacific Kansas City, and the Royal Bank of Canada. This trade dispute is not happening in a vacuum. It comes as Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has announced a goal to double exports to countries outside the US to reduce dependency, signaling a lack of confidence in the trade relationship with its southern neighbor. Looking ahead, the path is fraught with uncertainty. This is not the first time President Trump has threatened to cut off trade talks with Canada, and past disputes have been resolved. Both leaders are scheduled to attend international summits in South Korea and Malaysia next week, offering a potential opportunity for dialogue. However, with the US Supreme Court set to hear a crucial case challenging the legality of Trump's tariff policy on November 5th, the potential environment remains highly charged. The termination of talks over a $75,000 advertisement marks a significant escalation in the US-Canada trade relations, putting a massive economic partnership at risk and leaving businesses on both sides of the border facing a future of uncertainty.